is going to give you blazing fast performance in both gaming and content creation. The best graphics card is the beating heart of any gaming PC, and everything else comes second without a powerful GPU pushing pixels. Even the fastest CPU won't manage much. Will provide options for every budget and mindset, whether you're after the fastest graphics card, the best value, or the best card at a given price. Take a look at our list of the best graphics card as well. Number 1. AMD Radeon RX 7900 XTX. The best graphics card under $1,000. Stream processors, 4864. Core clock, 1900 MHz, 2500 MHz boost. Memory, 24 GB GDDR6. Memory clock, 20 gigabits per second, 960 GB per second bandwidth. Outputs, 1x HDMI 2.1, 2x DisplayPort 2.1, 1x USB Type-C. Power connectors, 2x PCIe 8-pin. The AMD Radeon RX 7900 XTX had a lot to prove when it hit the scene at the end of 2022, but it succeeds brilliantly in being the most powerful gaming GPU on the market for under $1,000 while outperforming Nvidia's RTX 4080 overall, which costs 20% more. The new second-gen Ray accelerators in the RX 7900 XTX makes 4K gaming on ultra settings with ray tracing a reality on an AMD card, something that the last flagship AMD card, the RX 6950 XT, couldn't quite accomplish. It's not without faults, including falling behind the Nvidia RTX 4000 series in terms of ray tracing, while still beating out the RT performance of the Nvidia RTX 3090, and some uneven creative workload performance, but overall, this is the one graphics card we would recommend to just about anybody who are looking to finally upgrade their GPU after years of graphics card shortages. Number 2. Nvidia Geforce RTX 3060 Ti. The best graphics card for most people. Stream processors, 4864. Core clock, 1.41 GHz, 1.67 GHz boost. Memory, 8 GB GDDR6 memory clock, 14 gigabits per second. Outputs, HDMI 2.1, 3x DisplayPort 1.4a. Power connectors, 1x PCIe 8-pin, adapter to 1x 12-pin included. Is AMD no longer the king of great value GPUs? The Nvidia Geforce RTX 3060 Ti threatens that claim with its price to performance ratio. One of the newer arrivals in the RTX 3000 line, this graphics card punches way above its weight class, delivering a performance that could rival the RTX 2080 Super while keeping its price tag incredibly affordable for most people. That's with impressive ray tracing included. We've never seen 1080p gaming to be this good or this affordable. In our testing, we even found it could handle gaming in 4K, if just barely. You'll have to make some compromises on settings and skip the ray tracing. With that said, there's little else to fault with the 3060 Ti. It stays cool as a cucumber and, for those who like to display their PC's innards, is quite stylish. This is, indeed, the best graphics card for most people. Number 3. Zotac Gaming GeForce RTX 3050. The best budget GPU. Stream processors, 2560 core clock, 1.78 GHz. Memory, 8 GB GDDR6 memory speed, 12 gigabits per second. Power connectors, 1x 8-pin. Outputs, 3x DisplayPort, 1x HDMI. The best graphics cards that have come out over the last couple of years have had one thing in common: they're really expensive. This has a lot to do with the graphics card shortage we've all been dealing with, but it's also because Nvidia and AMD had been ignoring the budget graphics card world for too long. Luckily, the Nvidia Geforce RTX 3050 is finally here. While it's way more expensive than 50 series graphics cards from Nvidia have been in the past, this GPU is much more affordable than pretty much anything else in the current generation. We were able to play just about every game out there on high settings with the Nvidia Geforce RTX 3050. And esports gamers will love this card as it is affordable-ish and can run games like Overwatch and League of Legends without breaking a sweat. Number 4. Nvidia Geforce RTX 4090. The best graphics card for those with money to burn. Stream processors, 16384. Core clock, 2235 MHz memory, 24 GB GDDR6X. Memory clock, 21.2 gigabits per second. Power connectors, 1x16 pin. Outputs, DisplayPort 1.4AX3, HDMI 2.1A. Yes, the Nvidia Geforce RTX 4090 is expensive. It also requires a 16-pin connector or adapter. And it's very, very big. But the first release from Nvidia's new 4000 series is an absolute powerhouse that can tackle anything you need it to. It is the most powerful GPU out there. In our testing, we found it to perform significantly better than the Nvidia Geforce RTX 3090 with 2 to 4 times the performance in synthetic benchmarks and up to 100% improved frame rates with some games. What's more, the included DLSS 3 might be the next revolution in gaming once it's fully utilized. That said, this is more GPU than what most people need. Creatives and those interested in playing 8K will appreciate how powerful this graphics card is. Just make sure to have a robust enough power supply and big enough case to run it. Number 5. Nvidia Geforce RTX 3090. The best graphics card of the last gen. Stream processors, 10,496. Core clock, 1.40 GHz, 170 GHz boost. Memory, 24 GB GDDR6X. Memory clock, 19.5 gigabits per second. Power connectors, 2x PCIe 8-pin. Outputs, HDMI 2.1, 3x DisplayPort 1.4a. It's hard to beat the Nvidia Geforce RTX 3090 when it comes to performance. With a whopping 24 GB of RAM, no game or, more importantly, heavy graphics project will suffer performance issues. In fact, we were even able to get some 8K performance at 60 frames per second out of the 3090. It is an incredibly expensive unit, and quite large too, so it will probably be too much GPU for most users. The Nvidia Geforce RTX 3090 is, in essence, a replacement for the Titan, so it's meant more for the creative user tackling intensive 3D and video rendering than for the avid gamer. Even so, it comes with a massive reduction in price compared to the Titan, making it a bargain for creative professionals used to shelling out a lot of money for the tools of their trade.